Well, as you can see, I shut the curtain. And the reason I did that, because it gets hotter up there. And I don't want to put the things in the window because I don't want police to come by and think I'm camping here or something. So I close off the curtain, turn on the fan up here, and it is so lovely out here. We've got a breeze coming through, and it just, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So I am just thoroughly enjoying my time out here this morning. Lily's on the bed over there sleeping. Mick's on the floor here. He likes to be on the floor sometimes. And so that's his spot. She likes to be on that bed. That's her spot. And this is my spot. Everybody's got their own place in here. So, yeah, just enjoying the morning. Had a good breakfast, and I had the guy came by when I had just finished breakfast and stuff, and he was right here, and he's saying, he said, I so love that lifestyle. I guess when he was younger, his father had a van, and they traveled a lot, and he said he just loves it. And I said, yeah, I love it too. I said, I have a sticks and bricks house, but I just love my space here. And I am free. I can go where I want. There's nothing like waking up, and one day you can be like I am here by the river, this beautiful place with the trees and the grass and the river. And the next day I could be like I was the other day out in the desert with the cacti and things. And then I could be out by the lake. Now, again, what I like about here, there are so many places I could go. I could go to Elephant Butte. I could go to Rockhound Park. I could go to Rock City. I think it's called Rock City. Now, out at Rock City, they really only have about 4 spaces or so with electricity. So when you get out there, you might as well figure you're going to be like I am here without any electric. And so in that case, I do have my big Blue Eddy up there, and I can put out the solar panel and I can use the Blue Eddy. So that's possible, but you don't have your AC unless you run a generator, which is noisy. Now, I run the generator when I want to make my coffee. I just put it in the microwave real quick. I could do it on the stove, of course. That would be possible. Maybe I'll get a little teapot that I can do hot water on the stove. But it's just so quick and easy. You only run it for, a minute and a half and your coffee's ready. So sometimes I just turn on the generator, have my microwave, and I can use that. So quick. But I'm so glad I decided to come out here today because it is just really a beautiful day out there. We've got blue skies and the river, they've got water. Now in the summertime, there is absolutely no water in the Rio Grande here. Can be dry as a bone, but right now we do have water in there, and there are benches here and grass. And the dogs, they really don't have grass where I live. I live in a desert, okay? People go, why don't you have grass? Why don't you put grass? Because it's sand where I live. It's a desert. So, if I really want grass, I can come here. Across the way from me is a park that I could go with grass. Now, there are quite a few places around town, parks and things, and hiking trails that they are set up for. I have the Oregon Mountains right here, Aguirre Springs just over the hill, and then you can go to Oregon Mountain. There is a place if you want to go picnicking and stuff, and then just across the way there's a big place you can go hiking, a trail over there. So many things that are just close by here that I really wouldn't even have to travel. But I have to say, I do like to go up to northern New Mexico as well. There are a few parks that I really like. One of them is up by the Rio Grande. And it's a really nice place. And then there's another one way up in northern New Mexico, a couple places. Now the place that I really like, unfortunately they don't have Wi-Fi so much there. It's really tough to do your Wi-Fi. So that's the only difficulty with that. But I enjoy traveling. I always have. I guess I'm kind of a wanderer at heart. I would have no trouble living in the van, and I did live in the van for a year during COVID. Unfortunately, though, none of the parks were open, and I had to go to a RV park here. And it was just, you know, it was not the place you really wanted to be. Although I was, you know, quite comfortable living in the van. But if the parks were open, I maybe would not have even bought my house. I maybe would have just, you know, continued the traveling lifestyle because I do enjoy it so much. But we'll see. I haven't got tired of my space. I will probably keep this space for a long time. Now I've gone through 3 transformations here. When I got it, I did Native American. All the decor in here was Native American inspired. And then I changed that to Oriental. Everything I had in here was Oriental. With Buddhas and Guanyins and all of that was in here. And now I've changed it to Gypsy because of my tarot and things. And I'm just really loving the Gypsy and the tarot things because, you know, it's what I do. So, yeah, I like that sign up there. I read tarot and I know things. I think it's perfect. And I like my candelabra, and I like my my little kind of chandelier type thing up here. And I like all of the lace and stuff, and that's what you see in a regular Vardo. A regular Vardo, you will see many times this kind of lot of lace and things like that. A lot of red, a lot of lace. And so it does really feel in here very much like a Vardo. They put the rugs in and the lace and the plates and the decorative things. So I think it's just very, very comfortable. I really enjoy my time. If the weather were like this every day. Now I can run the furnace. It runs on propane, so that you can do. But the heat is another story. You can only run the AC when you're running the generator. So you can do that. But you can run the fan off of the off of my Blue Eddy or the house battery. I can run a fan for the heat. But, and one thing, if you're doing van life, you learn very quickly to try to find shade because it lowers the temperature by about 10 degrees if you can find a shady spot. It really does help when you're traveling. Now the next thing I'm looking so forward to is exchanging the toilet here, because I just really hated doing the the sewage system and stuff. Now I do use the gray water, but mainly I don't run a lot of water in here all the time, so I rarely have to empty the gray water. And I think I might even ask the guy when he installs the composting toilet if the black tank can even just be taken out. I think I'm going to ask him about that, because there's no reason to have it at all since I am converting this. Now the gray, yeah, I need to have that tank, but the black water tank, that could go. And I think it would be a good thing to actually take it out. So we'll see. But anyway, people come to this park. They were here earlier in the morning. It's more quiet right now. And so, like I said, I'm just really glad that I came out here today to spend a little time. Now we do have other parks. I forget what's called, Lee something. There's a park out there. There's Rockhound Park. There's Pancho Villa. There's Elephant Butte. And then there's a couple more. And they're all within, you know, a couple hours drive. Or you can go up to Cloudcroft and park out there on public land in the forest. You can go up there and park out there for free. And if you have the New Mexico State Parks, and if they don't have reservation site, if it's just walk-in, then it's $4 a day with the electricity. Now, if you have to make some of the parks require that you make a reservation, then it costs $8 a day for the reservation. And they charge you, I think it's up to 3 or 4 days reservation fees. But you can stay up to 2 weeks, so it winds up being economical anyway, even if you have to pay the reservation fee. I know Elephant Butte, there are no walk-in spots. Now if you have that, the New Mexico Park thing, you can go if you don't need electric. It's free, okay? Free. Now you can't beat that, can you? To have a free spot. But electric is, at Pancho Villa is $4. Last time I went out there it was $4. So how can you beat that? To have electricity, you got your AC, you got everything, and $4 for a day. That's fabulous. That's why I love New Mexico. Oh. So anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here, and I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the scenery while I can, while it's still beautiful and cool out here. And you know, I'll probably spend the night at home Tomorrow I have some things again being delivered, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway. You know, I just figured out the PayPal thing. They said the 16th. Now that's 10 days. It's not 10 business days. So then they'll say the 16th the money hasn't come in. So put in a dispute, and 4 days later maybe it will come in. They're trying to pull a hokey doke there, a fast one, which I'm not happy with that they're doing that. But I found out from the vendor what happened. PayPal wouldn't tell me, okay? They were not being honest with me. So that's where that's at. But anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here. If there's a reading you want to see done or a subject you want to see discussed, let me know, and I'll see you online.